Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and my guests are admission liaison Lorraine Hall of Vitas Healthcare and massage therapist and wellness champion of Vitas Healthcare, Calvin Vinson. Welcome back, Calvin and Lorraine. So we've been talking in the last segment about a little bit about hospice and what it means, and it's part of life's journey, and it's not a bad thing; it's a good thing. It's a quality of life. Care at the end of a journey of
right. It helps an individual remain in control with decision making during that final journey. It's about dignity.
Yeah. So we talked about the different types of people that come in, the nurse, the home health aide, the massage therapist, and whatever that person needs for their care. Does hospice ever involve other things like closing or figuring out one's financial and legal things that they're leaving behind? Does that ever come into play?
There are other things that come into play. A pet peeve of mine, something that's very important for me, is healthcare directives. Oftentimes what we've experienced in a relationship with a patient or a family is that they don't have their healthcare directives. They have not made a decision on what type of healthcare they want to receive and who's going to be responsible for helping achieve those goals. So healthcare directives or power of attorney for healthcare is extremely, extremely important. And what we at Vitas and any hospice company try to help a family understand that you need to make a decision when you're healthy, when your mind is clear, before you get to this stage. And let's make a decision on what type of medical service you'd like during that final journey, who it is you want to carry out your wishes, not the wishes of the family. So a healthcare directive, what it does is it allows you to say, I want A, B, C type of medical treatment, and I also want this person to honor that and to make sure it happens, because it's my decision on what type of services I want or do not want. However, if I am incapacitated, I can't speak for myself, I already have this written document that says what I want. So that's very important.
And do you recommend that people provide that written document to their doctor or their medical team while they're still healthy, as you said, or what do we do with those documents?
Well, it's very important that you do it ahead of time, and I'm sure you've experienced when you go to your doctor, your primary care visit, whatever, your doctor has probably said, well, do you have your health care directive on file? That is the reason that all of this has happened, because it's a legal document and you're supposed to have it on file now. However, statistics show that 90% of the people talk about it, but only 27% of the people actually create a healthcare directive. So it is this legal document that you discuss and you put in writing all of these services. You're supposed to give one to your doctor. I tell people all the time, give it to every family member that's that close and responsible when that time comes, your children, and that person that you have chosen to carry out your decision. Right. Always remember, it is your choice, not your daughter's, your husband, your son's, it's yours. And you appoint that person that you trust will carry out your decisions.
Right, very good. Calvin, in the St. Louis area, do you have an idea of how many patients you all are working with in hospice, the Vitas organization?
Well, nationwide, we're close to 18,000 a day. And our program in St. Louis is the St. Louis program.
Yeah.
That number is... It has just changed. I'm not exactly...
It grows daily.
Yeah.
We get calls. A referral will come in from a family member, from a doctor, from the general community. So those numbers change every day.
Right.
We have 3 programs in the St. Louis metropolitan area. We have one
in Fairview Heights, which is actually Illinois, and those numbers would not be included in the St. Louis program. But then we have one down south, and we have one Page and 270.
Okay, so 3 different centers.
Yeah, and we service a very, very large part of the St. Louis metropolitan area.
Right, and Lorraine, as the admissions liaison, explain to us how people can become a part of the program.
Well, you can call our office, and our local office. The number there is 314-682-3400. And you can always ask for me, because what I do and what Mr. Vincent does quite often is we go out to the community, and my sole purpose is to dispel the myths of hospice, because so many people don't take advantage of this benefit for fear that either it costs too much, it's about dying. There's so many myths about it that for the last 10 years I've been trying to dispel, and Vitas has been very successful with doing that.
Very good. So you'll help dispel. Anybody can call you, talk to you about that over the phone, and get more information.
And
so,
I will come to you.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
If I had to leave you with anything, it would be have the conversation, empower yourself, get the facts, and then you can make value cases.
Yeah, and you all are the voice of experience on that for sure. So visit vitas.com, VITAS, to learn more about your options for hospice care. And there's more STL Live after this, so please stay with us.